Okay. Game 3 first half. Super Rich coming out with its Polloon. Survivor Team Comp is Female Dancer, Embalmer. We're not banning Anti-Queer, which is more surprising, and of course a Mercenary. It's more of a surprise to me that we're deciding not to ban Anti-Queer as a choice. Right, considering how good she is now. Like, even though she's high risk, she's still high reward. She's like a forward. She's genuinely speaking like a forward, but better now. Now then, let's see. The first spike on towards Anti-Current here immediately. But of course, going beneath this theater right here should not be able to land the spikes at all, which is a little bit of a hurtful thing for Polloon. But did manage to stand on it though. So Super Rich's traps are really accurate then, I guess, at the end of the day. Moem, they're getting one hit there immediately, but there is a lamp portal there for him to utilize. Of course, we probably will see the female dancer coming in with a not support portals, but with the what again? Oh yeah, with the slow music boxes soon, but landing the second spike here pretty darn fast. It does seem like Super Rich is deciding to go all out for this one. Did not really land that trap, sadly, but of course should be able to snap down here immediately. Then 68 seconds into the game, it is pretty darn fast of a down here, especially against the Anti-Current. Right after I said not banning Anti-Current is probably not the best choice. Got a slap in the face once again, but you know what? It is what it is. We do see Mercenary coming in towards the rescue though. At least, good news against Polloon is he's not phase 2. And if Mercenary can get a no damage rescue, that's all really what he needs. Even if it's a bit early, that's really all what they need. Especially with the fact that there's 2 windows right here, so it's going to be really hard for Super Rich to be able to land anything here, especially when he doesn't have Ridicule as well. Then seeing that Mercy is nearby, Mercy definitely will not be body blocking. Mercy is here just be like, oh yeah, I am a distraction to you. I am not gonna do anything, but I am just a distraction. But I guess Mercy definitely has to leave right there. Oh, Flywheel baited out, thankfully. Mercy definitely has to leave here. Why? Because of the fact that if he doesn't leave, then disarm will just not occur, I guess, at the end of the day. But we should be able to get another disarm right here. And of course, an 8-second disarm coming in immediately from our Mao M side. It does seem like Super Rich is getting a little bit impatient right here, changing straight towards wheel form. Good news, does not have Flywheel anymore, and of course that is going to be another snap down. Now then, after Pessimistic being reused right here, our Sans is still at full health. Good news, our Sans is still at full health. And another good news is this is a guaranteed tie here, even with such an early down coming from Super Rich's side. Because you're a Polloon main and you're playing against an Antiquarian, I guess you haven't used Blink, which is great and all, but that rebound Kyder definitely did do quite a bit of time there for himself. Then Sans coming to rescue may be a little bit risky, considering the fact that it is almost... chair time is very tight right here. Very, very, very tight right here, but it seems like we are able to get the rescue there, thankfully. Another snap immediately, but that's going to be 1, that's going to be 2, but that's going to be a pole! Up the pole! No, but the Blink! Okay, the Blink came out. Okay. I mean, Blink force out here is great. I think Blink Force out here is great. But the pole, oh my lord, the light pole there. This is why this chair is really a 50-50. I mean, it's not a 50-50, it's just a survivor. It's just survivor side by this point. Now then, it seems like we're gonna go straight towards Libao's side, who is Embalmer right now, who rotated upstairs towards a 2-story in hotel side. Doesn't seem like Super Rich knows where he is, but we are starting a completely new cipher from Mercenary side, which is a good sign. But chasing after a female dancer may be a little bit harder than you would think it will be, considering the fact that she probably will deploy another slow music box down very soon. And of course, if you're deciding to change targets right here, most likely will, yeah, started to put out the spikes right here. It's currently at 4%, but doesn't matter. No, not really. And it's also with the fact that you're chasing after an Embalmer right now. You can, yeah, I'm sure you can definitely just like, oh no, that's a Flywheel. Okay, that Flywheel came out. Oh no, okay, the coffin is here. Never mind. I guess if the coffin is here, then at the end of the day, what you're gonna say is, I need to relocate my coffin out towards the exit gate after finishing my cipher. But I don't even think he needs to do his cipher anymore, considering the fact that the other 2 ciphers are almost primed. All 7 ciphers are primed. Just look at it. It's currently 78% on both. And of course, drop here. Flywheel didn't really manage to do much against that, but there are 3 slow music boxes here, so that's a whole different story. Seems like we're gonna go destroy the first music box, and it's gonna be an immediate pop. It will become an immediate pop. Decides to take one music box back for herself. This will be an immediate pop. They're not gonna wait for Blink to come out. They're not gonna wait for Blink to come out. And then of course this pawn will have detention. So like it's better there for survivors since they know what they need to do. Okay, this is a detention pawn. We're just gonna pop. Doesn't matter to us at all. We can have a mercenary stay at gate. Why? Because Mercy has elbow pads. So even if he gets snapped, it doesn't really matter, I guess, at the end of the day. Now then, that's one trap being thrown out, but the outer part of the exit gate is open. No, it seems like we are embalming on towards the mercenary right now. Oh, didn't get the hit on mercenary. Did not get the hit on mercenary. But if we're deciding to change targets right here, then that simply just means that mercenary can run towards the dungeon right now. They definitely know where the dungeon is as well. And of course, none of them are going to get out until we change his forms. And if we'll change his form here, it's going to be 8 seconds until we manages to change form once again. It does seem like Mercy's halfway towards the dungeon right now. 3 seconds left until the wheel is ready. Is wheel ready right now? It is not ready. We're changing to wheel immediately right here. But is it enough? It does not seem like it's enough. Is it enough? Super Rich, 3, 2, 1. Are you nearby though? You are nearby, but is it enough? It is not enough. Yep, that it is. It is what it is. 3-man escape here from ZQ side. Moving on towards second half. Okay, D-Ball coming out as Wax Artist for this one. It does seem like we're all eyes on AK, who is currently our prospector, which isn't too bad. But also at the same time, it's kind of not worth it to chase after a prospector. There's a postman. You should go after the postman. Please go after the postman, not the prospector. But of course, prospector here, AK, doing a really good job side-eyeing with the hunter, is the side that he does not want to get looped. And of course, all survivors here are creating such a great distance from our Wax Artist. For Wax here, it's going to hurt him quite a bit because he does have max Wax and he does know that he needs to use as much of it as he can. With our prospector being in a 2-story setting right here, it will be really hard for for Wax Artist to land any Wax right here, considering there's many tight corners, and of course flywheels ready here as well. But also at the same time, why are you chasing a prospector if you have excitement? You might as well go after the postman first and YOLO holo. And then if like an anti-querying comes in to harass, you're gonna excitement dash and then anti-querying get a hit and then land 100% Wax on the anti. But you know what, I'm not a pro player, so maybe I don't know as much. But of course, landing that 25% Wax right there on towards our prospector with a stun. Cypher machines are going pretty darn slow, but the Wax here does not land because of the staircase, the handles and the gates, the walls there, of course. Now they're landing on 100% Wax there on towards our prospector, but of course at the same time prospector dodging that one very beautifully from AK side. This is why he is one of the strongest survivors as well. Knows a lot of the hunter's hitbox, and of course with those side steps right there, definitely will be considered as like one of the strongest survivors, regardless of, like, you know, the mistake that he made with that magnet in general. But of course getting that hit down right there because of that failed miss from D side, 3 ciphers are done. If that hit didn't miss from our Wax Artist side, that there will only be like 2 ciphers at 70% and 1 cipher at like 60%, which does make a whole difference here. Like with the survivors here now, if they're able to flex a little bit, even if it's with a side movements between their pallet hitbox, buying 1 to 2 second time, allowing the survivors to decode a little bit more cipher machine really does make a lot of difference. But of course, with our heart coming a little bit early right here, it doesn't matter if he gets full Wax or not. What matters here is it's a no damage rescue. And I think it will. Oh, the excitement comes out a bit early though. Oh, that hit does not. That does not register. Whoa. That doesn't register. That hurts a lot if it doesn't register. But also at the same time, Mercenary is going to come into block. If Mercenary can body block this one, decides not to hit that one just yet. Wait, no, that hit the Mercenary. Holy cow, GR is going crazy for this one right now with a double body block. But if you're going to go for a double body block, you might as well come in for a triple body block. You might as well to allow the prospector to contain even longer. With the survivors here, we do see a cipher at 63% and another cipher at 2%. That 63% can definitely be done on time, and of course it's the postman cipher here. But here's also the problem, but postman coming to rescue against a maxed presence Wax Artist is going to be pretty darn hard right here. Of course, one more attraction here coming from our prospector side. It doesn't seem like prospector can live for any longer. Now with that immediately going down, the other cipher is currently at 91%, but if you're deciding to keep decoding that cipher, you may end up as a failed rescue here from the postman side, which is not good. And of course you're so darn far away at that. You're really darn far away at that. I think you could have left the moment that AK is saying that he's gonna go down, and then start going towards the chair, just so Wax Artist doesn't know where you are. But Wax Artist allows Wax Artist to come out, And like this may end up as a tie because of the failed rescue, because the other cipher is not enough just yet. And of course we do see Mercenary got up on time as well. But I feel like Shadow is a little bit late right here. Does that flywheel, did manage to flywheel that one though. That makes everything a whole lot different. But with an 85% cipher right there, all what Wax Artist needs to do is to land that 100% wax and get the hit on Shadow. And of course it will become a tie right here. A bit unfortunate with the cipher progress, I guess. They were really just 5% away from popping that cipher. So it is what it is for now. But also D does have trump card. So like regardless of what happens here, ZQ wins because of point difference with the game 1 and all. But of course if D wants, it'll be an immediate blinkish here if he wants to do so, of course, but I don't think it'll be needed anytime soon. We do say it's at 60, 70, 80, 100% wax ready, getting an immediate down, and of course Anti-Current opening the other gate right now. Chasing after Anti-Current wouldn't be too bad, but also at the same time it's kind of like saying you're gonna get this arm forever, but also at the same time you should be able to flip away from this location. Anti-Current here, was that a speed boost? Well, I think that's Weber's Law. I think that speed boost was a little bit of Weber's Law right there, considering the fact that she did move a little bit faster compared to usual. Now then, Postman definitely is able to get up. From GR side here, they want to get a 3-man escape regardless, whether they win or lose, which is a really good mindset right here. But of course, D will be locking that cipher, well, that exit gate once again, and if Hart is not able to elbow pad this one properly, then it'll be very bad. Ooh, it seems like we're gonna elbow pad away instead, but of course Shadow being near at the chair as well. Not really that much of a great sign here from both Survivor and the Hunter side. For D here, he needs to save up Hot Wax. D has to save up hot wax here. He needs to have enough wax to land as much hot wax as he can to guarantee the tie. I mean, this could be considered as training as well, on the other hand. But of course, Shadow here trying to give as much pressure as possible. And the exit gate is open from the other side. The tension will be over in 20 seconds, but also the tension will be over in 20 seconds. 20 seconds simply just means that Sunlight will be on chair until it's around 90% chair elimination progress. But of course, Postman being nearby as well wouldn't be too bad. But Mercenary going in from the other side, D has to be very careful here with the backdoor rescue. It seems like we are going to come in with that, but also at the same time, lands the hot wax. Didn't really get the hit there though, and it seems like it's going to be a 3-man escape from what I'm seeing right now. It is going to be a 3-man escape, yes. Well, it is what it is here. Moving on, let's congratulate ZQ for qualifying, moving on towards next week's. I think it's day 7.